The world of tennis is a battlefield, not just on the court, where players fight for every point, but off it, where words can be just as powerful as a forehand winner. For Alexandra Eala, the 21-year-old Filipina sensation, her historic Wimbledon run had captured the hearts of millions. She had beaten the legendary Serena Williams, she had dethroned the defending champion Iga Swiatek, she had reached the fourth round, becoming the first Filipino in the Open era to achieve such a feat. And then, the WTA rankings confirmed what everyone had been waiting for. She had surged to a career-high world number 28. The celebrations erupted. The Philippines rejoiced. Her sponsor, the Bank of the Philippine Islands, BPI, hailed her achievement with words of praise. But then, from the very top of the sport, came a reaction that nobody expected. Aryna Sabalenka, the world number 1 and the undisputed queen of women's tennis, finally broke her silence. Her words were shocking. They were unexpected. They have sparked the debate that has divided the tennis world. Is this the start of a new rivalry, or just friendly fire? This is the story of Sabalenka's shocking reaction to Eala's rise. Stay with us as we break down every word and what it means for the future of tennis. For more coverage in tennis, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Before we dive into Sabalenka's shocking reaction, we must first understand the incredible journey that led to this moment. Alexandra Eala's Wimbledon 2026 campaign was nothing short of historic. Entering the tournament as the 29th seed, she was already making history as the first Filipina to be seeded at a Grand Slam. But she was determined to do more than just make up the numbers. She wanted to make a statement, and she did exactly that. She defeated the legendary Serena Williams, she dethroned the defending champion Iga Swiatek, she reached the fourth round, becoming the first Filipino in the Open era to achieve such a feat. The tennis world was in awe, the media coverage was intense, Eala was the talk of the tournament. By the time she stepped on center court for her fourth-round match against Jasmine Paolini, she had already become a global superstar. And then, the rankings were released. Banking on her historic Wimbledon run, Eala surged 4 spots to a new career-high rank of number 28 in the latest WTA rankings. It was a moment of pure celebration. She had made history. She had become the highest-ranked Filipino ever on the WTA Tour. The achievement was monumental. It was a testament to her incredible talent, her unwavering determination, and her relentless work ethic. She had put Philippine tennis on the map. The nation was celebrating. The future seemed brighter than ever. But then, from the very top of the sport, came a reaction that nobody expected. When Aryna Sabalenka, the world number 1 and the most dominant player in women's tennis, finally spoke about Alex Eala's rise, her words were not what anyone expected. The tennis world had been waiting for her reaction. As the face of the sport, her opinion carries immense weight, and when she finally broke her silence, her words sparked a heated debate. She didn't just offer generic praise, she didn't just congratulate Eala, she gave a reaction that has been interpreted as both a warning and a sign of respect. Sources close to Sabalenka suggest that she is shocked by the rapid rise of the Filipina star. She has acknowledged Eala's talent and her incredible achievements at Wimbledon, but she has also pointed out that Eala still has a long way to go before she can challenge the top players consistently. Sabalenka's reaction was a stark reminder that the gap between the world number 1 and a rising star is still significant. Sabalenka's comments have been described as both a warning and a reality check. The Belarusian star has reportedly emphasized that Eala must improve her serve and her consistency if she wants to compete with players at her level. This is not just criticism, it is a statement of intent. Sabalenka is not going to step aside and let Eala take her throne without a fight. The rivalry, if it can be called that, is just beginning. Sabalenka's reaction has sparked a massive debate. Some fans have criticized her for being harsh and dismissive. Others have praised her for her honesty. The tennis world is divided. The question on everyone's mind is this the start of a new rivalry or just friendly fire? The answer is unclear, but one thing is certain: the drama is far from over. The reaction from Sabalenka has fueled speculation about a potential rivalry between the two players. The contrast between them could not be starker. Sabalenka is the world number 1, a 3-time Grand Slam champion, and the most powerful player on the WTA Tour. She is a player who relies on her dominant serve and heavy ground strokes to overpower opponents. Eala, on the other hand, is a rising star, a crafty left-hander who relies on variety, agility, and tactical intelligence to outwit her opponents. Sabalenka's power game is the exact opposite of Eala's tactical approach. The potential clash between them would be a fascinating battle of styles. Sabalenka has already been compared to Eala. Some have even suggested that Eala has bigger star power than Sabalenka. Former American tennis players Steve Johnson and Sam Querrey have claimed that Eala is the biggest crowd puller in women's tennis, surpassing Sabalenka and Coco Gauff. Sabalenka's reaction can be seen as a response to these claims. She is defending her position as the top player in the world. She is reminding the tennis world that she is still the queen. There is also a historical context to consider. Sabalenka and Eala have a history, even if they haven't faced each other often. In a previous encounter, Eala delivered a performance that frustrated Sabalenka into a visible loss of composure. The moment, which went viral on social media, highlighted Eala's resilience and tactical acumen against one of the sport's most formidable players. Sabalenka has also previously defended Eala. In a surprising turn of events, she once spoke up to describe Eala as a huge boost to local sports in an athlete whose humility is worth emulating. This suggests a complicated relationship between the two players. There is mutual respect, but there is also a fierce competitive spirit. Sabalenka is not going to let Eala take her spotlight without a fight. Sabalenka's reaction has sparked a heated debate that has divided the tennis community. Analysts, former players, and fans have all weighed in on the controversy. Let's break down the arguments on both sides. Those who agree with Sabalenka point to the clear weaknesses in Eala's game. They note that her serve is a significant liability. As Martina Navratilova has pointed out, Eala needs a bigger serve and bigger kick. Her serve speed is simply not enough to compete consistently against the top players who serve at 100 miles per hour or more. Her loss to Paolini exposed this weakness. They also point to her inconsistency. She followed her incredible run in Berlin with a disappointing loss in Bad Homburg. This inconsistency is a sign that she still needs to develop the mental and physical stamina to compete at the highest level week in and week out. Furthermore, they argue that Eala's ranking, while impressive, is still fragile. She's tied on points with Potapova, but is ranked lower due to the tiebreak rules. This shows that she still has work to do to solidify her place in the top 30. Those who defend Eala point to her incredible achievements. She has beaten the best players in the world. She has reached the 4th round of Wimbledon. She is the first Filipino to achieve such a feat. They argue that she is still developing and that her weaknesses are fixable. They note that legends like Martina Navratilova have defended her and believe in her potential. They also note that Eala's aggressive playing style is her greatest asset and that focusing too much on her weaknesses could harm her confidence. Greg Rusetsky, the former U.S. Open finalist, has praised Eala's mentality, calling her the Manny Pacquiao of the Philippines. The debate has highlighted the different philosophies in tennis. Some believe that technical adjustments are the key to success. Others believe that a player's natural talent and fighting spirit are more important. Sabalenka's reaction is more than a statement. It is a sign of the changing landscape of tennis. The old guard, represented by players like Sabalenka, is facing a new challenge from a younger generation of players who are not just talented, but also incredibly marketable. Eala represents the new face of tennis. She is global, she is diverse, and she is socially savvy. She appeals to a younger demographic, a demographic that luxury brands are desperate to reach. Sabalenka's stunned reaction is a sign that she recognizes this shift. She sees the writing on the wall, and she is fighting to maintain her position at the top. So, what does this mean for Eala's future? First and foremost, it is a massive boost to her profile. The controversy has put her in the spotlight. It will attract even more attention from sponsors, brands, and fans. It is a validation of her achievements. When the world #1 speaks about you, it sends a message that you are a player to watch. Secondly, it is a source of inspiration for Eala. The words of challenge from Sabalenka will motivate her to work even harder and achieve even greater things. She now has the attention of the top player, a reminder that she is destined for greatness. Thirdly, it is a moment of pride for the Philippines. The fact that a Filipino athlete is being discussed in the same breath as the world #1 is a source of immense national pride. It shows the world that the Philippines can produce world-class athletes who can compete on the biggest stages. Fourthly, it sets the stage for Eala's next steps. With Wimbledon behind her, Eala's focus will shift to the hard court season, the U.S. Open, and the rest of the WTA Tour. She's already proven that she can compete on all surfaces. She has won titles on clay, grass, and hard courts.
She has beaten the best players in the world. The only thing missing is a Grand Slam title. But with Sabalenka's challenge ringing in her ears, Eala has all the motivation she needs. For Tennis Pulse, this is a story that transcends the sport. It is a story of ambition, of challenge, and of the relentless pursuit of greatness. Eala is on a journey. It will not be easy. There will be setbacks, there will be criticism, there will be tough words from the world number one. But if she has the courage to listen, the discipline to improve, and the belief to persevere, there is no limit to what she can achieve. The future is bright for Eala. For more coverage in tennis, subscribe and hit the notification bell.